Greetings and welcome to episode 44 of my Empire Total War Darth Mod USA campaign, and this, my friends, how we left it last time, and once again, we have the Prussians here launching an assault against this factory here. It has been the absolute hub of all of their activity against us. They're trying to cut the road here, this road that leads from Russian territory all the way through off to Memel and indeed to Königsberg itself. This is an absolute vital junction here for us and also for the Prussians. If they cut this road here, then they have access to Memel, my friends. We do have an army in Memel rebuilding out and replenishing out of harm's way, but this army, as you can see, it has been in the wars. It really has been up front and fighting against everything the Prussians have sent against us. But fortunately, we do have four regiments that are in pretty good shape considering. But the absolute key here for us, the absolute, saving grace for us here, is these four 24-pounder howitzers here. These really are the absolute, or five should I say, can't even count, five 24-pounder howitzers here, ready to do the damage here, and they should be able to at least devastate whatever comes our way. Remember, they're attacking us. So this should be okay for us, but never ever become complacent, my friends, never. Because things can turn very quickly if you don't watch out what you're doing. And also we seem to have, mind you, they can't get anywhere here, so just going to keep an eye on this Russian force here, but they have sort of immured themselves here to defend here. We do have some Russian forces and indeed Austrian forces loitering about outside the Polish territory, outside Warsaw. I just got that feeling that maybe if we start taking some territories off the Prussians, that Russia might even launch an attack or declare war on us, just to try and preserve their allies, the Prussians. But we shall see, and we shall be ready for it, my friends. But this is the fight we're going to take right now, immediately. I've lost track of how many attacks we've had to resist here in this factory here, this industrial area just outside Memel. But it's crucial we hold Memel, it really is. It gives us our supply base, that income as well, but also the ability to repair our ships should that come. Now, we have, or have landed that other army group ready there in the west. It is attacking or making its way, into being attacking Cologne. We're going to start to really try and take out the sort of the rear echelons, as it were, of the Prussian army, and hopefully drag them away from the Königsberg front. As you can see, we really have taken a real beating here. Once again, we're in the same position as before. Look at this, exactly the same position. Although this here has changed. We could be further over. Yeah, we're a little bit further over here. This didn't seem this way before. It's stretching, so we're more over. We're over to the right, as it were, the right flank here. Before we were over here a little bit more, but I think we'll probably fall back behind this wall here. But what we'll do is I want to break them up. We don't really want to get bogged down in this village here. What's the demarcation line? Actually, we'll probably face them in the open. It's better to face them in the open than being bogged down in sort of this, it's not street fighting as it were, but definitely the town will break up any fighting here, which would give the advantage to the Prussians. We don't want that. Our advantage is being able to fire here in the open. Look at that, beautiful. Actually, well, let's centralize this. Fantastic. And we stand now ready. Look at this. What a fire base with which to operate from. It really is beautiful. And we've got one cavalry regiment which has been absolutely decimated. So we're going to pull these back here. These are going to be sent in sort of a last resort. Now we're going to put the 87th, which is probably our most complete and least damaged unit, regiment. We're going to pull our general back to here. Now they do have 124-pounder themselves. I wonder if I can send these out here. And maybe, just maybe, if things go our way, we can strike out and try and get that 24-pounder, just in case, right? 30th Regiment here on the right. Steady, lad, steady. And we have the 77th on the left. Again, luckily we've managed to keep some of these regiments in reasonable condition. A little bit too close there. Reasonable condition. So it gives us a springboard with which to operate from here. 78th Regiment. We will definitely have these on the right. Going to make advantage of everything we've got here. Now, how's that any other regiments we can call into? I know 72nd is not in too bad shape, not in brilliant shape, but look at that. That is really struggling there to produce a coherent line here. So we're going to put a few of our smaller units here. We'll put the 43rd next to them. My word, we are struggling. We're going to put them nice and close in here to almost give the sort of illusion of a full regiment, as it were, but we're not even getting close there. But at least we've got a compact front. At least we're able to take the sort of the hit straight off. We've got here 71st Regiment. It's going to be this right flank. By damn, we've taken a battering here. Got the 73rd, right. They can actually come in nice and close here as well. Thus, giving us a pretty solid line here of defence. Much better than I was expecting. Now, these regiments are going to be pulled off to the line here and put thus. Just set them back a bit further here. And we're going to put them like this, but we'll put them into melee mode just in case anything goes awry. We need to send them into battle. Whoa, 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 whoa. What the blazes? Why haven't we got this one on as well? Sometimes I despair. Sometimes I despair at myself. I really do. Right. Let's just take this out of here. And we're going to set these. Excuse any noise in the background, my friends. So my dog is responding to another dog barking in the background. Right. No, no, no. Gentlemen, please. And limber. Thank you. What the blazes is going on there? Well, we're going to try and set these up. That's better. I don't want all these on top of each other because it just reduces their efficiency, which is what we need them for. Now, so we're going to pull these three sort of remnants of these regiments back here, and once again put them ready for counter-charging. I've got a feeling the Prussians are probably going to send in everything they can against us here. Right, let's do this, my friends, let's do this. Immediately. Is that 24-pounder within range? It is. We've switched. That is a thing of beauty. That is an absolute... Look at that. What a shot. Decimated. Absolutely decimated. We've got to get some of these regiments down to a more reasonable and manageable level here. Oh no, gentlemen, fire. Been given your orders. Come on, lads. Speed of that reloading. We need to open fire. Steady, lads, steady now. Wait for the order. Wait for the order. Fire! Oh, you missed a few there. Oh, these dragoons are cut us to pieces. Nope, we need to get out of there. Move it, gentlemen, move. Come on. Not the best shot in the world. They're moving. See, this is giving us a problem. They're running like mad here to try and beat the... We're not going to stand by. Come on, lads. Get those guns reloaded quicker. That's more like it. Nice shooting, lads. We're going to take these Prussians down immediately. We're not going to give them any time at all to breathe here. That's it, keep firing, lads. Here they come. They're shaking. Come on, break these fiends. Now look at that, they've taken a right pounding here. Run, you curs, run! Keep firing, lads, keep firing, don't let them in. Steady the ground, steady your ground. Beautiful, beautiful firing. God, they've come back. That's what you've got to be aware of. They're shattered, they're shattered. Shot. Here they come. They're going to try and charge us now. Nope, they've broken as well. Under the fierce bombardment. That barrage broken. Can we kill off this general here? Oh, shattered. What a shot that must have been there. Kill that militia. Get in there, lads. Actually, we're going to rebuild this. We're going to rebuild this cavalry regiment. We don't want to lose it for no reason at all. Oh, a beautiful shot. Come on, Prussians. This is no longer your land. This is now United States territory. Oh, what a beautiful shot. Magnificent shot. We've absolutely blitzed them to pieces here. And rightly so. Rightly so. Shattered, shattered. All of them shattered, they've gone. The entire army has been wiped out. Apart from the 76th Regiment here. Yes, what a victory that was, my friends. Beautiful. That was the perfect start. The perfect start we needed here. We held that. Look at that. We lost 59 men. They lost 1,000. That's the ratio. Look at that. They're gone. Another army eliminated. Ah. It would appear that we have... the retreat. Looks like the Austrians here are definitely coming to help them. Ah, we've got a new army being sent up here. Ottomans. The Ottomans seem to have got a grip on things here. And remember, the Mamelukes here, the Mamelukes are a protectorate of the Ottomans. Russia. Ooh. Looks like they've rid themselves of that British fleet there, but... And they're doing the same there as well. I think the British will probably respond quite vigorously, but that Russian fleet has not got a chance of... Ah, they retreated from... Whoa, dear, wait a minute. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Spain. Okay. Looks like we've got some company here from Spain. Looks like Spain's going to start flexing its muscles a little bit here. Okay, if you want to fight, then I will oblige. This Spanish force here. Whoa ho ho. Looks like Spain is starting to Spain is starting to pick itself up a little bit here. I'm not happy with that at all. This has got to be stamped on quickly. Ah, excellent. A new spy. Then we're going to send this spy down this route here. I want to find out what's going on in this wilderness down here. If I move these into here, then it's going to trigger a battle there. Got this force here, but it's not going to be able to reach in time here. We're not going to trigger a battle just yet here. 6-pounders. They've got a lot of native Indians here, which will do a terrific amount of damage to us if we're not careful. They've got 3 cavalry themselves. Oh, that's more like it. How we're starting to put together another army group here. We've got 2 cannon. It's given us 5 cannon. We'll have 1 more regiment in here. The rest will form the nucleus for a new army group. That'll be in New York here. Just in case, always be prepared, my friends, just in case. A new general. Right, Spain is also producing its own. Another army we're producing here. I think we might try and go for... this island here. This is the island here we're going to try and take. Punda. Only Native American warriors here, and we could take this. We would have a nice island here off the shore here. We'd have to reinforce it probably with a navy, maybe loitering about here. We'll probably send this navy in to keep the area completely clear. What's our income here? 35,000, not too bad at all. composition here of this army. We need more cavalry. I know many of you are asking, can I get heavy cavalry? I don't believe I can get heavy cavalry as the United States. I haven't found an area or a region yet that supports it. As you can see here, I have got a maximum army staff college, and we just can't seem to get any heavy cavalry. If there's the one thing we're lacking is heavy cavalry. I know that we've got a general's bodyguard, but I don't want to be spawning lots and lots of general's bodyguards. Unfortunately, this is the one thing we're missing in our arsenal, is heavy cavalry. I just cannot find the region, if there is one, that does produce heavy cavalry for us. As you can see here, well, the best we can get is general's bodyguard, but it's only 48 men. It's not really enough. So we're stuck with regiment, the normal sort of standard regiment of horse. What else have we got here? East Prussia. So I believe the East Prussian reinforcements, yes, they've gone immediately into this army here. Right, let's just make sure that we've got everything fully replenished here. Yep. Right, we're going to have this army. This army here is going to move in pretty immediately. So what we're going to do, we're going to put in this guards army instead. It's going into Tilsit. And this army here is going to be moved to the forefront. This army is going to be retreated to replenish in peace. Now then, is there anything we're missing here on these? Nope, that's going to be brought up to full spec very, very soon. This army here, anything? Whoa, whoa, whoa! What we don't need here.
Your humble servant.
Right, this army can take one less there. We need a general here. And the rest of these 164, that's fine. So we pretty much brought all this almost back up to full strength here, which is great. Oh, this regiment, this army here. And again, we're just actually looking pretty good here for us in terms of what we... Yeah, we're looking pretty good here. We've actually managed to stabilise quite well here. This army did take quite a thrashing, as you can see, so it's going to take a while for this one to be brought back up. Let's make sure we haven't left anybody out. Nope, all done there. So it really did see a lot of fighting along around Memel, but it has started to bring itself back up to a decent regiment specification here for each one. 69, look at that, we took a real pounding, we really did. So here we're going to begin, or continue our recruitment, should I say, of a brand new army.
Your humble servant.
3,000. God, that did take a beating there. Look at that. So it's going to take a few years, should I say, or a few months, for this army to be back up to where it was. But we've got a real nice veteran army here, and look at the general. My word, he is absolutely wonderful. He's only 37. Look what he's got. Good grief. One of my finest generals, commanding one of my finest armies. Right, let's continue our recruitment. So we are going to... They're taking those 24 pounders. We're going to... 4 and 2 more horse. We'll get the cannon out later. We're looking for sheer weight of numbers here at the moment.
Sir.
Oh, wait a minute. Must have all those there, that's fine. Yeah, that's been destroyed. Looks like we'll take care of Spain, I think. So what we are going to do is we're going to detach. We can't allow this port here to be taken out. And the steam dry dock here. I think we're going to send this fleet to deal with the Spanish. Actually, that's the wrong route. We'll go this route. It's the quickest route is this way. It goes straight through here via Iceland. So we're going to go that way. We're going to send this fleet to deal with the Spanish fleet that is going to start harassing us. And we're going to continue our recruitment, our ships here. We get a steamship as well. Wonderful. We want to take plunder as well if possible. So for that reason we're going to move this fleet here, ready to take this army on board once it's fully in commission. And let's continue our recruitment. What's the composition of this? Alright, we need horse more than anything. We probably don't need all of these troops to take plunder, but it'll be good to have an army available should we need to put something else our way. But what I want to know is where they came from. This Spanish force just came from absolutely nowhere. Mind you, if they lock down this New Orleans, what we'll do, we'll move this army in to actually we should really get some better cannons for this army in Carolinas. So for that fact, we're going to commission some more 24 pounders. We're going to retrofit that other one. Now. Look at this. Beautiful. Now we could take Hanover here, but would it bring in these here? Hanover is pretty much the gateway here to all of this. But look what Cologne. Cologne really is an important trade hub here. Look at that steam-powered cloth mill. We've got a steam-powered mine or industrial mining complex. Look at that steam factory. It's got pleasure gas. It's got a classic. This, I think we're going to go for Cologne here. Now, the army we're going to send in is important. I think we're going to go for this army, sending in this army first. No, this one's going to go in first. So, oh, they've got a stack, almost a full stack, but it has taken. It isn't in the best condition, but it is still a powerful one. They've got grenadiers in there. They've got heavy cav, 24 pounders, 12 pounders, and 3 pounders. So that's going to be, and they got superior line infantry, but it doesn't matter. We're going to send in the entire army group into this attack here. We're not going to be caught off guard at all. Can surrender. Nope, they're not going to surrender. Then we besiege them, but we are going to make sure we're covered here. So we're going to cover every vantage point, just in case the Prussians decide to move in here against us. But they, I know it seems a bit of extreme here, but if we can take Cologne, we can start mopping up some of these rear areas. Look at that. It also puts Munich possibly within striking distance as well. And Stuttgart as well. Look at that, Stuttgart. It was just a leap, a jump and a leap away from Strasbourg. We could get another classical university here. And if we could take Munich, my word, what a blow that would be. But it would put us within distance of all of these Austrian armies. My goodness me, that's a lot of firepower they've got there. That's a lot of firepower. So we have to be careful with what we're doing here. These 3 armies would never be a match for all of these. No matter how we were deployed, it would be exceptionally tough. But we're not going to worry about that just yet. I'm going to talk like that. 20,000 is bringing 20,000. The wealth from there is 20,000 plus. That is pretty mind-boggling. 8,000 per turn coming in. Every single year, 8,000. That would be a pretty big blow for the Prussians. Although they've taken great chunks here of the Ottoman territory, they seem to stall here at Istanbul. My one sort of, not fear as it were, but my one, oh look at that, they've taken Astrakhan from the, yeah, they're at war with Prussia, so they've taken, the Prussians have taken Astrakhan here as well. Or Astrakhan, should I say. So it looks like they're pushing in here. So the Prussians and the Russians really are cooperating very, very close together. We've moved this army in here. We've given these a damn good beating here. They really have taken fearsome losses here on this front. We can't do anything until we've got that classical university up and running. What's our income? 35,000. Ottoman Empire has been hit. France has been hit as well. The Mughal Empire is okay. Someone did sort of bring me up on I keep saying Mughal when it's actually Mughal Empire, so I do apologise for my pronunciation of that, my friends. We have opened up, this entire front is now open. They're obviously going to send this force in here to try and take Tilsit here. But if we can hold, that is pretty fearsome. Look at that, all this artillery here. But if they come in and attack us, we're equally, I think we're up to this. But we would definitely have to strike in. We've only got one regiment of horse. But we'd have to strike pretty hard here against... Damn, they got 24 pounders. 8 4-inch mortars. They only got one 24 pounder there and 2 24 howitzers. Well, there's no point in... But I really want to take out the Spanish here who are going to be crushed. I'm going to hit their ports here. Make sure they can't do anything here. Come on, Britain, striking against them. Right, let's end the turn. Let's see what happens here. Come on, Britain. That's more like it. Come on now, Britain. Strike back. Yes, well done. Oh, they're going for the Russians. Whoa, 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 whoa. Easy there, Britain. Nothing fancy. Gotta watch the movement of Austria there. Have to watch that movement. That's a lot of ships of France. Have got a huge amount of ships. Whoa. They're rebels. Are they rebels? Are they German rebels in? Wait a minute, my friends. Plot thickens. Look, they're draining away. They're draining this. These are they're rebels. Does that mean the Prussians have got internal security issues here? Really?
Victory!
Oh, I thought they were going to go for Istanbul then. That'd put a whole different complex upon this then, but they're still oh, they're back to... Whoa, ho, 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 ho. Could we take these out here? And remove another army here? We've got plenty of cavalry and plenty of guns here, but damn, so have they. We need to get all our armies up fully replenished here, but this army is fully replenished. This one isn't though. See what they do. It's okay. Ooh, Berlin's fallen. Berlin has fallen. Is Prussia dead? Prussia is dead. Prussia have gone. Oh, whoa. What just happened? Is it? Wait a minute. There's been an internal rebellion, which means they've gone from a Prussian state to Germany has emerged. Wow, this is just mind-boggling. Come on, Britain, don't let Spain do this. There it is. I knew they'd come for us there. Doesn't matter. That's fine. We shall remove that. This is crazy. Wow. There was a civil war effectively against those that wanted to get rid of the monarchy, as it were, and so that's the German Republic have come in. And artillery fought. Excellent. We've got that there. New Orleans is besieged. That's fine. We can take care of that. No problem. We've taken some damage there, but we're going to be moving in this army here as well in a minute.
Sir.
That, it really has blown my mind. But first of all, we're going to focus on...
Your humble servant.
That's a nice army there. Composition.
Sir.
3 cavalry. I think we'll put in another cannon. I think we'll have 1 more cavalry.
Ready for order.
And we'll have 1 more cannon and... Perfect. That'll be nice composition there. Now, has this... Why isn't that being repaired? What am I doing? Get a grip of yourself. That's fucking fine. We'll deal with these in a moment. They'll be ready very soon. That's looking quite nice there, looking very nice indeed. And there. And I think we can begin... commit ourselves to more ship production here, just in case. Prussia, but it's now Germany. That's the German flag. This is unbelievable. Excellent, excellent indeed. Right then, Spain. Let's see what you're made of.
Ready and waiting. Battle stations, prepare to engage. All the way. Still shipshape. Enemy sail. Drawn up the colors.
And also here.
America expects that every man do his
Yes.
done. Ready and waiting.
We're going to squeeze the life out of them here. We're actually going to guard this here. We're going to not allow any more Spanish ships in and out of here at all. We're going to blockade the Mediterranean. +2 to subterfuge. Wonderful, wonderful. But look at that. This changed here. This is now Germany. Wow, there must be an internal fight. Prussia. Ah, the Kaiser. We've got a Kaiser now instead of a monarchy. We still got them very powerful. Look at that, they're allies of France as well. So we've got to beware that we don't get pulled into, you know, too much of... Whoa, they're starting to bring in quite a lot of reinforcements here. It's not going to do them any good though. How long? 4 more turns. Let them bring everything. Let them bring all they can into here. It won't free up any more territory for them. It's going to do that to whoa, whoa, whoa. 31,000 coming in here.
Sir. Your orders.
No, everyone's good in here. This army's going to be replenished. Oh, look at that! Look at that army there. Absolutely wonderful.
Yes, sir.
And what we will do is we'll pull this army out here.
Forward.
This army will go in
Yes.
to repair and replenish.
Forward. Sir.
Now all these armies are coming together very nicely here. And we've got these reserves as well, so we're going to build up another army here behind Königsberg,
Sir.
fully replenished.
Ready and awaiting orders.
Just these units here to be done, and they should be done very, very soon. Then we really are right back on track. Just 1 cannon, that's all it is then that needs replenishing, and we are absolutely at full strength once again. And we've pretty much given the Prussians a real thrashing here. And we are indeed now going to be beginning to construct brand new armies.
Ready for orders.
I think what we'll do here,
Sir.
as some of you would have advised,
Sir. Your orders?
well, we've got a general,
Yes.
and we're within our own region. Probably because we're too close to here, we can't build.
Ready for orders.
That covers quite a decent... I think what we'll do, we'll build a fort right in the middle here.
Prepare fortification!
That's 8,000, that's a pretty big chunk of money there, but just to solidify our hold on this area, we're going to build a fort here
Ready and awaiting orders. Make ready.
to bridge this gap here, and also in case the Russians come in. The Russians are not looking too happy there at all. Right, what I also wanted to find out was where those Spanish came from. I intend to find out. God, there's 2 more turns we get Modern University here. Takes a long time to get that up. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to move in here. What have they got? Got grenadiers. We've only got 12 pounders here. We need to retrofit this army and this one here as well. 102 men? What have we got we're fighting against here? Right, let's take this fight. Let's take this fight and let's destroy the Spanish force. I have no idea where that Spanish force came from whatsoever. They must have been living in the wilderness there. Once we push them away, push them out of their holdings there in South America, they must have been the last remnants that sort of been living in the wilderness, as it were, waiting for that right time to strike. But I intend to search all of the wilderness to make sure we're not going to be caught out again by, you know, a massed attack by the Spanish. Hopefully that's the last vestiges of the Spanish there. Let's see if we can destroy them utterly here and rid ourselves of another foe. Bring up those armies up to full replenishment again, and then we should be ready, my friends, to defend the borders of the United States once again from its foes. We've got, what's the deployment God's given us here? Any good? Nothing here. Oh, if we're only on these hills here, they've been absolutely wonderful. But I think we're going to go in pretty hard on this here. We're not going to hold back at all. We are going to be quite advanced in our attack here. And we're going to actually use this sort of slight hill we've got here. Look how many men in there. 102 that's insane. We do need to be, really these need 24 pounders. They really do need to be 24 pounders. It'll definitely serve us much better if they are. Right, cavalry on the flanks here. And we've also got, oh look at that, that's a nice lot of cavalry here as well. Again, we're going to go with the extreme flanks. 192 men. 192 men. That's a huge glitch right there. We should only have 90. Wow. I'm not going to complain though. We've got rangers now. We need to set up a good, strong defensive line here. Let's have the 66th at the vanguard of the defence here. Solid central line with the 56 on their right. Remember, we're up against Iroquois, Native Americans, which really will do a huge amount of devastation to you if they get close in. 59th, 54th, we shall have here. On the left, no, gentlemen, please. Perfect. We've got the 130th. We shall have these here. on the right. Now that's a good defensive formation. Now we need a strike force. That'll comprise of the 50th, 123rd, 112th, and the 122nd. Now this is the strike force here. Now, where's the best terrain for us to go out into? Now they're going to be here, so it's going to be street fighting. So ideally we want to try and stay in the open as much as we can. Where's the largest open area? Well, coming in from this flank, from the left won't do any good. From the right here is a nice open area here. So actually we're going to hit from the right flank there, left. And I think we'll send some rangers out as well. We got George's Jager's Rangers. I know that some of you asked for renaming of units as well. I promise you I will do that, my friends. As soon as we get an episode where we don't need to fight any battles, then I'll definitely rename them for you. I do apologise for not doing them sooner. I think we'll send out the Rangers in as an independent force here, going possibly through the centre, so we can maybe sneak into the attack here. So we're actually going to go through this. Actually, we'll go through the tree line here. It's a nice area to set up. We've got our cavalry. Actually, I think I'll use the cavalry as one joint strike force. So we really hit them hard at one flank and break them as soon as possible. I think we're pretty good to go here. Right, let's do this. I like it. We're going to double time. Move it, gentlemen, move! Double time it, double time! We rid ourselves of an old foe. I don't believe it. I do not believe you're just walking. Run, gentlemen! You are rangers! Fire! Fire when ready. It's a joy to see. It's a joy to see. Oh my gosh, look at that. Absolutely blitzed in one go. Oh my word, that is a staggering amount of fire. Stand firm, lads, stand firm. Grenadiers. Oh my gosh, look at that. What a shot that was. We've absolutely decimated them. Oh my word. Turn on the flank, gentlemen. These cannon have worked wonders. They've decimated the entirety of these forces here. Gee, but look at that. They've been absolutely smashed. Wow. Those Spanish forces were pretty tough. To break that line of that regiment like that. Mind you, they've been absolutely shattered here, but wow, they were tough. Come on, gentlemen, if you would please begin fire. Nope, you're pointing entirely the wrong way. Here. Fire! Shattered. Focus your entire weight against these fiends. Instead of harm's way, but we're going to flank these. Yeah, they're gone. They're going to be going... Look at that. What an absolute decimation. Winning slightly? I don't think so, gentlemen. Thank you. Oh my gosh, that's an absolute joyous thing to see. Then we're going to move in against the general. Of course they're shaken, look at this. Clearly like they're gone, they're gone. Shattered if you would, please gentlemen, shattered if you would. Thank you. And now I want the general eliminated. Oh, look at that. Keep the fire on them. Get to that town, lads. Mass cavalry at its finest. Whoa, 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 they've come back? I think we need to do something about this. Reinforcements incoming. I don't think we need those at the moment. I think we shall halt their advance. I think they can just join the other general here in an overview of the entire battle. Whoa, 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 whoa. I've just taken my foot off the gas here and I could have just been caught right in the open. I've completely forgot about the warriors. So we're going to change our whole approach here. Steady now, lads, steady now. These will be vicious fights here. They were hidden along here the whole time. No. I've given an order, I've given a command. I expect... Look at these fiends here. Cut them down, lads. Absolutely decimated, trying to flank us here. Look at that. Look at that. Coordinated fire. Utterly destroyed them. Native bowmen. I hate native bowmen. Oh, look at this. They're starting to buckle. Damn, they're so good at fighting close hand to hand. If you wouldn't mind, gentlemen, please, fire. And these can be brought in here. We're not going to get these involved unless they need to. I'm not sure if you've been given the order, but I did specifically ask for that. Well, we've been absolutely decimated here by these. Wow. They really have given us a good pasting here. But then again, they didn't come out of it too well either. They've been dropped below 100 men here. And these have dropped below quite... Oh, look at that. Shattered. And when these come in, we shall also do the same to these. And we shall have taken care of this rogue Spanish force, which just absolutely appeared from nowhere. Gone. Absolutely gone. Oh my word, look at that. It's a joyous sight. It really is a joyous, joyous sight. We've got these gentlemen. Oh, what a wonderful victory, my friends. A wonderful victory. Look at that, we lost 587. They lost the entirety of their force nearly. Let's look at the statistics. Regiment of Horse did excellently well here. Rangers did wonderful. Excellent, my friends. Excellent. Now they can disappear. We can send out this force to go after them. We're not going to let them to get away at all. We're going to chase them down. And we're going to get this army repaired. Not that it'll need much. Nope. +2 morale. Excellent. And +1 command. And we're actually going to replenish this much quicker than I thought. And that is excellent news for us. It really is wonderful news. I'm going to send this gentleman right around here. I'm going to check the wilderness, make sure we're not going to be caught again. Right, I think this will be our last turn then, my friends. Look at that change of hands here. Unbelievable. But we are now starting to grow in strength here, and they're starting to pull forces away from the frontier. With these landed, we might even send another force into here.
Yes, sir. Settlement besieged. At the ready.
I wonder if we can smash open this front here. Right, let's end the turn and let's just see what happens. Let's see what they send in here to try and relieve Cologne. Britain. Moving the Spanish menace there. Come on now, Spain. I mean, Britain, send in the troops there. Or have I got to do it? Are they going to remove this Spanish... No, they're not. Hitting France. Plot thickens. Now they're starting to send troops away from this frontier. We may have broken the resolve of them on this Königsberg frontier. Then now they're starting to send smaller amounts. Whoa. I don't think so. Oh, they're throwing the absolute kitchen sink at us now. They really want to try and break the stranglehold here. It isn't going to work. It is not going to work. Oh my gosh, look at this. 3,448. And what have we got in? So they've come to attack us. We're going to take this fight, actually. We're going to take this fight. We've only got one 12-pounder here. If only it had been the other army instead. But we got a chance here to take the fight to them. Which means they're going to have to come on to here. We've only got one 12-pounder. They've got all of these guns here. But if we hit them in the right place... By damn, that's a strong artillery army there. They can do a lot of damage to us, but they don't have much. If we were to hit them... Mind you, they're going to have all of these coming on before their artillery, which might give us a chance. If we destroy this army here, we might be... Where are they going to come in from? They're all going to come in from the same direction. So it's this army here is fighting this army here, I believe. No, so it's all of these here. It's this army. So this army here will be attacking this army here. We're going to come out of that fort. We're not going to allow them any chance here at all. We're going to send in... Well, I think we'll probably take this fight next episode, my friends. As you can see here, where a lot of things have happened, a lot of things have changed, but look at that, they really want to break us here in Königsberg. They're trying with everything they've got here to try and break us. So it's going to be, what, 8,000 men against 3,500 basically. We can't... Yes, that's a lot of cavalry there. But if we can break these forces here, we've then smashed in effectively two armies here. Two armies here of the Prussians are then being sent to their doom again. All it's doing is it's freeing up these armies here of ours to finally go against Warsaw, which means this army here that's been sent to the port and this one we're sort of building here will eventually be freed up to push in against Warsaw. They're weakening themselves, but I don't mind, my friends. I will take these fights all day long. It's sapping the strength of the Prussians, it really is, whilst we're here able to replenish right on the doorstep of Königsberg. But that's the fight we're going to take next episode, my friends. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, please comment, like and subscribe. Please keep your comments coming down below, my friends. They've been absolutely wonderful. I do apologise for not being able to respond straight away, but things have been super busy behind the scenes. A lot of things going on with work and all. But I hope you've had a good week, my friends, a good start to your week. I hope everything is going well for you. Be safe whatever you're doing. And until next time, my friends, I can promise you a stupendous fight coming up. But until then, my friends, bye for now.